Hello, how you guys doing, man? This is Anna Sokela from FX Rate Changes. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. So we're just gonna be having a video where we're gonna be analyzing almost every pair, doing everything from basic to advanced and everything. So I just want to start it with this pair, USD the USD. As you can see, I'm at a sell zone. So this sell is kind of scary, if you can look at it. It is a sell. So let me just look at like what made me decided for a sell. So this was what I was actually looking at before I even decided to sell. So let me just, can I just delete this horizontal line? So delete this horizontal line. So if you can see here at this zone, at this part here, like I always said, just look at the spikes. The spikes of the candles are just rejection of the price. So you can see here there's a lot of rejection that has happened here. Rejection, and there's another rejection. So if I can just draw a horizontal line at this point, just draw a horizontal line at this point. So there's a lot of rejection here. So if I could just highlight this entire zone, now I'm here. Now I'm seeing something else. So this zone here, there's a lot of rejection. So you can see this spike, probably this spike has actually touched this point. If you just see here, the spike actually touched this point and then it decided to drop, but it never really went to the lowest low. So it was supposed to at least end here and then decide to go up again. So this entire move by this horizontal line and this drop base, this base candle, this point here, is supposed to drop here. So the reason for me selling is this QUASIMODO I've seen at this point. So there is a shoulder and then there is a head. So let me just do a bit of a small theory of QUASIMODO. Let me see if this is, because I don't want to do a video only to find out that it's not recording. Let me just see again. So please, if you're still new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button. So let me check if it's recording, guys. Just give me a minute because I don't want to make it long. Okay, it is recording. So as I was saying, if you're still new to the channel, just click the subscribe button and click the like, and then let us continue. So as I was saying, if you can see here the price, this is a nice QUASIMODO here, the price. Let me just explain what happened here at this point. I'm just gonna draw it for you. So you can see there was 1, 2. So as you all know that the price just moved up and down, right? Up, down. See? So the price was moving. I'm just gonna explain it for you. Just wait a minute. Up, down, up, down. So this is what the price usually does, né? So the price was just moving up, down, up, down. So let me show you what I'm trying to explain. So the price was moving up, down, up, down. So it went here from support to resistance, from resistance to support, from support to resistance, until there's a lot of stop loss at this point. There's a lot of stop loss here and there's a lot of stop loss here. As you all know that retail traders only put their stop loss just below the support zone and the resistance zone. So what happened is, since the market makers know that the price has a lot of stop loss, it took out the stop loss here and then it decided to took the stop loss here. You see, this is what happened. You see, this is what I'm trying to explain. This zone, there's a nice support here, there's a nice support. So this gap here, this market gap here, was only taking out the stop loss. So it took the stop loss, and then you see here, if I could just highlight at this point, you see it decided to took the stop loss at this point as well. So we took the stop loss at this point. You see the stop loss was taken at this point. So going up here, there's a nice compression here. There's a nice compression, though the price is creating high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. So if we can just draw at this point, we have something more of a small, you see the price is already losing momentum at this point, at the same point where here the price has been taking all stop loss. So that's why I have my stop loss at this point, just above this point. So I know that whatever's going to happen, the price might swing up, drop a very long drop at this point, and giving me a lot of profit if it decides to drop. But my stop loss is very tight. You see, the stop loss is like $17, and then the top profit is like take profits is like $600, so it's a lot of money. So right now it's moving up, it's giving me a bit of a headache. So this is a very nice setup, guys. This is a nice setup. You can see it at this point. There's a nice base here, there's this base here. So I'm expecting the price to decide to drop and go here to my take profit. So this is a very nice setup, so make sure you take it as soon as you see this video. So let me just zoom it in a bit. Yeah, this is a very nice setup. This is a very nice setup. So this is a nice sell here. Your stop loss just needs to be above here, and then you take profit. You can actually make it at this low, but at this low I'm happy here. So make sure you put your take profit somewhere there. So let me just look at the gold. Let's go for the gold, or let's go for the USDZAR for people who are in South Africa. USDZAR. Hey, this pair, guys, is very hard. This pair, I had this set up in the group. You see, this is almost, you see, it's almost similar to the setup of the USD yen. So there's a lot of sell setup between the USD base pair. So base is the first pair, is the first pair like written here. So this is a quotes and this is a base. So the USD are actually showing us a lot of sell. So this is a sell here. It was supposed to drop. You see, it decided to drop, but it didn't hit my take profit at this point. So it went up a bit. Your stop loss always have to be here, guys. Your stop loss have to be above the head, not at this yellow line. I see people saying my stop loss, your stop loss got hidden. This is just an entry point. It's a clear entry point. It doesn't mean your stop loss has to be here. Your stop loss just has to be above the head, as I've always explained. So here your stop loss wouldn't be safe because it would have been taken by this zone. So your stop loss just needs to be at this point. You see, so let's just go for something else. Let's go for the gold. So the gold has the codes. The codes, you see, the gold has the codes. So when I say the gold has the codes, the USD is at this point. It's not at the beginning. So this is the codes. So we have a buy. So we have a correlation between the pairs that I've just previously explained, the USD yen and the USD it was the USD what? Oh, the USDZAR. So we have the sell. We've explained it to our previous video. The sell. So we had the sell here. I explained it. So if you're still new to the channel, we had the sell of the nice QUASIMODO as the similar as the USD yen. So let me just highlight it for you. So we have this shoulder here, and then we had the base. So it tested the base and it decided to drop. If you had the strength to actually hold this pair, you'll be in a lot of money. So it's a huge sell. You see, it decided to drop, a huge drop, and then decided to scare some people, and then decided to drop again. So if you're still holding here, you're making a lot of money. So anyway, looking at here, we have a nice setup of a buy. This is a buy. You see, at this point, let me show you the buy, but it's not a nice buy. If I could just draw a horizontal line at this point here, this is a very nice zone. So you see, as I've always explained, by just looking at the spikes, and then there's the base here, already past the base, already. This is not a good setup. This is not good. So I would pass this one. Let's go for higher time frame. There's nothing really happening on the high time frame, so let's just pass the gold since it doesn't have a very nice clear setup. So let's go for the NASDAQ. I haven't saw the NASDAQ in a minute, so let's go for NASDAQ. We had the NASDAQ as well. So last week we had some good setup. Let me show you here. At this point, we had some good setup. So they are still, if we hold, because I know a lot of people are not holding now. We have some very good setup. You see, You have a shoulder and a head, and then you have the base here, and then it tested this. Like I explained, you don't put your stop loss above this yellow line. Your stop loss always has to be here to break well. So you can see it's been moving above this yellow zone, and then the price decided to drop. We had the setup, our previous setup, so we're on a sell here. So let's just wait for it to actually reverse by going up. So let us see. So there's no buy, really a good buy. So there's nothing really happening on the NASDAQ besides this previous setup that we have last week, you know. So it's just a patient game, guys. So we still have the USD yen. That's the only setup that's really looking good. So let's just look at for some other setups. Okay, let's go. Okay, let me check the CAD Swiss, because I remember I posted the CAD Swiss. So let me see the CAD Swiss, CAD Swiss, CAD Swiss. Where's the CAD? Oh, okay, let's start with the USDCAD, because that's one I posted on my social media on Facebook. So this setup, I posted it on the previous video. So let's go on the previous video. On this one, I explained about this setup. So this setup already, it's really moving. Like I said, it's gonna move up a bit and then decide to drop. So it's already respected. So we are expecting a nice sell going down the USDCAD. I've explained the setup. So just go to the previous video. After this one, you're going to see this analysis. I'm not going to explain it. So let's just go and check things that we haven't explained on our previous videos. So let's just go for this one. We had this one on the group. So this was a buy QUASIMODO. So this one was very nice. So you can see here we have a shoulder, and then we have a head, and we have a nice move. This is a nice move going up. This was a very significant demand. So whenever the price push up high like this, when the price goes up like this, when it decides to come again, it's always going to respect, because there's a lot of liquidity on this price here. So we have a shoulder here, and then we have a head, like I explained. So once the price moves up like this, you know it's going to go up again. So the price going down to this zone was a very nice, as you can see, I write a nice CP showing that the price was compression. So when I say the price of compression, basically in simple terms, what I'm saying is that the price was actually losing momentum, going to a very high liquidity zone. So you can see here, like I explained, that the price needs to go up. So at this demand, we just went for a buy here. You see, this demand zone went for a buy. So we're expecting the price to push up again. So this was a very nice setup. If you're in the group, I'm sure you got it and you made money. So this one setup I want to talk about. This setup, this one, the most annoying setup ever, guys. You see how it dropped? This setup, it didn't fail basically. I just expected it to move a bit further down. So we had here this, let me just, so you can see properly. You see you have a shoulder, and then you have a head, and then you had a nice demand zone at this point. Nice demand zone. And so it's still on the demand, it haven't failed, but I'm already closed this trade because of the swap fee. So it dropped, but it didn't went at this lower low. I was expecting it to drop even further, but it did not really went to this lower low. So it was a bit annoying. I've been holding the trade for almost like 2 weeks. Then it decided to go up again and trigger my stop loss. And so I accept the loss and move on. So this is part of the game, because my risk management was on point. I am happy. I don't have a problem with me losing. So let's just go and look for some other setups. So here, this is a very nice setup, guys. This one looks nice. I haven't saw this one. So you can see here, just look at this zone. You see this zone, like I've always explained to you, this is a nice zone here. There's a lot of things happening at this zone. So this is a nice swap zone. This was an SNR, and then it was a flip. So expecting the price at this point to actually give me something for a sell, but there's no base basically. So what I'm scared of at this point is that there's a shoulder here and the head, so I can't just go for a sell here because there's no guidance for me to actually where to put my stop loss since there's no base candle. So I'd rather wait for this QUASIMODO, this shoulder here, and then put my stop loss just above here. So it's not a very good setup because it doesn't actually meet my expectation when it comes to like making a proper decision. So let's just go for something else. Haven't sold this one. Oh, okay. When I see so many things, I just move on. So let's just go for. Yo, you see the setup. If I could just draw here, basically at this point, you see there's a nice zone of a support here, but there's nothing telling me where could I actually sell. At this demand doesn't give me a really nice understanding. Oh, there it is. This is what I'm looking for, guys. This is what I'm looking for. So this is a very nice setup. So what we have here, this entire zone, this is a shoulder here, this is a nice shoulder, and then this is a head, right? And then this is a structure breaker. So this low is no longer equal to this low. So basically we are expecting a huge sell there. So as soon as you see this low doesn't equal to this low, we're expecting a huge sell. So by just drawing here, there's a nice level here. This is a fake out. There's a lot of stop loss at this point. Let me just draw a nice, highlight this entire zone here, highlight this entire zone. So there's a lot of stop loss at this point. So there's your shoulder, your shoulder here. So expecting what the price will actually, what is going to happen, just price action. The price will move up a bit, taking all the stop loss at this point, and then decide to come here, and then decide to drop again. So this is a very nice setup, guys. I haven't saw the setup there. This is my first time showing this setup. So this might move up a bit, taking all the stop loss. So after taking this stop loss, it's going to be a high probability trade, and then decide to drop here. So I'm just going to highlight this entire zone, this whole entire zone at this point, highlighting this whole entire zone. So this is where your entry point and your stop loss above the head. So this is a nice sell setup of the USDCAD. Let me see 4 hour. So we see at the 4 hour we're already on the sell. So this is a continuation pattern of a trend going down. So this is a very nice setup of sell, guys. This is a very nice setup of sell. So let's just go look for at some other stuff. Okay, let's just go look at some other stuff. Oh, this one was a very so make sure you click the subscribe button if you're still new to the channel, and click the like if you love the video. I'm gonna leave the link below for a recommended broker that I think is good for people who are still looking for a good broker there. So let's just see here what is happening. Hey, this one is giving me hard time. Okay, never mind. Let's just focus. Oh, USD. I haven't sold the USD dollar, man, in a minute. Yo, let me zoom in. The setup missed my order at this point. I was expecting it to drop and then decide to go up, but it went up without triggering my orders this zone. So this was annoying. So let's just look for a setup. Probably you see it's compressing now. You see there's a nice compression, but there's no zone where it actually might turn. So that's the hard part there. That's the hard part. Okay, that's the hard part. So yeah, let's just look at for some other stuff. Huh? Come on. Oh, this. Ooh. You see this one? This one is a nice setup. This one. This one is very nice. Very nice. This is a very nice setup. So you can see here, if I could just draw this zone coming here to here. You see? This is a nice vertical line. So this price is gonna go up. Let me just see. So I'm expecting this price to actually break this trend line. The reason why is because of this head and shoulder here. Okay, this head and shoulder here. Head and shoulder. So you have the shoulder. Just price action, but I'm gonna show you the QUASIMODO. I'm just gonna explain the whole price action. So what I'm expecting the price to actually break this entire zone. So you see this invert head and shoulders. This is an invert head and shoulders. So I'm expecting it to actually break this zone. Probably it will start reacting at this zone. You see, this is a nice. If I could draw it here, this is a nice horizontal zone. So the price might actually decide to respect this part, but we are not there yet. So the reason of the bar is actually here. Probably it's at the daily. So if we could just see here, you see you have a nice QUASIMODO here. So you have a shoulder, daily time frame, guys. Daily time frame. You have a shoulder, you have a head, né? And then you have a break. You see this low is equal to this one. So this is a nice QUASIMODO. If I could draw a horizontal line here, you see this is where the price started to respect. So the price is going up again. If you can see, even the zone I've just highlighted, you see it's been respected. So I'm expecting a break going up at this zone. So this is a very nice buy zone because of the confluence of the whole time frame. So that is what I'm expecting. So let's just highlight it like this. You see, so yeah. So if you're still new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe, and you comment below and tell me what you think of the analysis. Do you like it? Do you find this video informative? Do you find it effective? Should I continue? Make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, man. It means a lot for me if you subscribe, at least, because you are not paying. Subscribing is for free. Make sure you subscribe. Sure. Bye for now.